mukazi wanga wena banyubanti sunye panja bana badila weo bana badila weo bana badila weo bana badila weo sinikone watulo kapendo manitesa kumu kazi wanga wena banyumba kazi wena tisunye panja bani weo sinikone watulo kapendo manitesa kumu
Mwamba parusaka, yeah. Tichiringa, mwamba parusaka, ndilina banzanga, balizira poche banjo, ndilina banzanga, balizira poche guitar.
If na rooftop somewhere. If na rooftop somewhere.
I'm on a rooftop.
Belinda de kulila. Jambabu.
Yeah, Belinda de kulila mayo. Yeah, Belinda de kulila mayo. Mucha li finchi fiango na ula pantu tefio na lifi. Ala le muevo finchi fiango na ula pantu tefio na lifi. Yon sensangwa palutito pu. Ea, 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 ea. Monse na kenyi wanu. Ea, 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 ea. Somebody babo kafirikanda pendalo mabo. You are watching Rooftop with Kenny Wanu, Imomwe Wantu, Jenayo. Somebody baba kafirikanda penda la maboma. Kale mina de doctor selago. More power, Jenayo uyu ni chest.
I send a wamia. I send a pukuta. Yo, this is Kayambo as the king of the dancer. And and this is General Ozzy. Scooby Dosa.
Relax. Original General Ozzy Pandikis. Right about now, you're checking out Rooftop alongside
Dr. Professor Difficult and Dr. Bicklon.
Stupid Skibbity Band Skang.
That's right.
This is why we sing. We are here to show the world what we can do.
Send me now, send me here. Will you know me tomorrow? If I'm stepping out on stage, do you still let it go?
We are here to show the world what we can do.
Let me pretend that the O is for awesome, M is for moments, the T is for talent. We never care where you are, where you come from, Mashi, where you love a uniform.
OMT.
It's survival of the fittest in the knockout session. I remain your host, Rose. It is happening at the Coffee Talk Hall and it is open to the general public. This is a session where a candidate is randomly paired with another candidate and it is a battle. The loser gets to go home and the winner goes through to the next round. It is happening right here and the show is on OMT. Tizambo Vela Imwe.
On, OMT.
Fume Factory, the power to become.
Yeah man, nana oh yeah, oh nana. Oh, they're living in the ghetto. Lord, it's not easy living in the ghetto, nana. It's not easy when you in the ghetto. It's not easy. Oh, they're living in the ghetto. When you wake up in the morning, everywhere you pay your tax. Wake up in the morning, every day pay your tax. Then you get home in the evening. You've got to pay in Congolese. Yes, you get home in the evening. You've got to pay your dues. That's why in the ghetto, Lord, it's not easy. In the ghetto, nana. Chilenje libalaka wataka mwala. Chunga chingwere mandevuka banana. What a pity to live in the ghetto. It's a pity to live in this ghetto. When your children are dying of hunger and disease, it's not easy. When your mothers are illiterates, it's not easy. And your people can't find jobs to do. It's not easy. And the dying rate is rising so high. And the dying rate is rising so high. So respect people that live in the ghetto. It's not easy. Respect women that come from the ghetto. Respect the children that live in the ghetto. Respect daddies that come from the ghetto. Enchilenje libalaka wataka mwala. It's not easy. Chunga chingwere mandevuka banana. It's not easy. What a pity to live in the ghetto. Chostepa.
This is Radio RASTA. The news. Former cabinet minister gunned down in cold blood. Senior police officer killed in violent shooting. A spate of armed robberies hits the capital as police recover missing firearms. And now the news in detail.
Wake up every night to the sound of the gun. Watching everywhere, Jaja children on the run. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of misery. The fight for power is the culprit in this disunity. See the politician protected by the law, and the peacekeepers keeping peace with weapons of war. It's a gun culture. Everyone is carrying a gun. It's a gun culture. You have to shoot to survive. It's a gun culture. What a state of emergency. It's a gun culture. What a shame for the oppressors. They take our people for granted. What a shame for the hypocrites who always think they can lead. It's a gun culture. Everyone is carrying a gun. It's a gun culture. What a state of emergency. It's a gun culture. Ay, ay, whoa. People are dying in a gun culture.
Hey, stop guns and ammunition, illegal trade in weapons of destruction. I see one innocent man just died in cold blood. Why you should take good man down, leaving his wife and children. He always said they do his cry. Oh brother man, show some concern. There's nothing more precious than life, human life.
So many guns in the city. So many guns in the ghetto. So many guns in the city. So many guns in the ghetto. So many guns in the city. Too many guns in the
Taking 2002 when that video entitled Gun Culture was released, and that's a beautiful video coming through from St. Maiko then, but now called Maiko Zulu. Welcome to the episode of The Rooftop. I'm your host and I'm yours truly, Ken One, and here remember that we get to show you the aerial view of Lusaka City because I am standing on top of Lusaka City. But most importantly, we keep it 100% Zambian music by throwing you back to the early days of Zambian music just to get you reminiscing and also just to stir up those beautiful memories regards Zambian music. Very excited, kickstarted the show with the video from my guest, and yes, Maiko Zulu is my guest. Now, heavy CV as far as Zambian music is concerned. He's one of the people that was around pushing Zambian music when it was not so much pronounced under Movie Pass. He started his career way back in his teens when he was actually at school. He'll be telling us more about that. But also, important to his CV is that he has been ZAM president, the Zambia Association of Musicians president, and he led the organization from, it should be 2010 to 2014. And now also, a bit of politics here and there when he sang against politicians in that song. A bit of controversy, but yes, that and many more we'll be talking to. And also the first Zambian artist to go to the Kora Award and actually scoop the award. A bit of controversy, there were stories, no, it was actually a mistake, but he's here to clarify. Right now, join me as I talk to the legendary Maiko Zulu. Welcome to the show.
Ken One.
I had to talk all the way because there's a lot of information to get. I'm not even done, trust me.
I'm humbled.
Yes, good to have you.
I'm excited to be on the program.
I'm humbled too. I'm humbled, like really humbled. Yeah, obviously, I don't even know where to start from, man, but let's take it way back. Let's begin from how you started your career as a musician.
Well, I started my career while I was still in school. I was into theater actually, Tikwiza theater.
Okay.
But you know, behind my desk I was always penning poems. Some of them became songs, like Gun Culture.
It was written when you were in school?
It was written in Kabulonga Boys.
Which year was that?
I was at Kabulonga up to 1999, from 84 to 89.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we, with the likes of the late Daddy Zimas, Augustine Lungu, and them, so
they were all at Kabulonga?
They were all at Kabulonga. In fact, the first ever band that Daddy Zimas is credited to was a group that we formed, the trio.
Okay.
Myself,
so who was ahead of who? Is it you?
No, we were in the same intake.
Same intake?
Same intake.
Good.
And I remember some funny incidents when his dad had a trail, a Honda Trail 110, those bikes. And he never knew how to ride. I knew how to ride. So he would push it from North Mid to Kawata. And we ride that thing the whole day.
Okay.
When gas finishes, he pushes it back to North Mid.
Memories right there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you wrote that song obviously when you were in school, but only professionally recorded, you know, in 2001.
2001, yes.
Okay.
That's when we submitted it because I had an opportunity to attend the Kora Awards in 2000.
Mm-hmm. That's the song that actually took you to the Kora.
We took it in 2001, yes.
Okay.
So when we saw what our friends were doing at the Kora, I was actually with Brian Chengala there under Africa Live. So I told Shakarongo that I'm coming to Kora Awards not as a spectator, but as a participant.
Participant, yeah.
And we made sure we did that, and our song was nominated. And fortunately, we scooped the Kora under very controversial circumstances because those people thought I was coming from a French-speaking country.
Oh.
And you know, behind the scenes there were all these, you know, cutthroat kind of business where they never expected a Zambian to do that kind of music and actually get the votes that we got.
So the controversy here comes in the sense that you were coming from Zambia, a small country, and you scooped the award, you had the votes genuinely. But because you were coming from a country that was known, they wanted to have things twisted.
And nobody in Zambia, you know, had the powers, you know, to get behind, you know, the organizers and things like that.
Okay.
There are certain things that we only later knew were happening after one of the judges in our Kora, Wally Badaro, in fact, great musician from West Africa, when he resigned from the Kora panel, that's when a lot of things came out now.
Okay, but does the award still stand? Did they grab away the award or it still stand?
Of course, I mean, when the Gracia Machel announced my name, I mean, I was alone there, actually. I had no manager.
Yeah.
Yes, and I remember Chateo were there with their manager, Chisha Folotia then. So I took it upon myself. I approached Ajovi because we thought maybe there was a mispronunciation in the name.
Yeah.
And then Ajovi, the owner of Kora, actually confirmed that yes, the award is yours.
Okay.
So, you know.
Did it come with money?
It's, well, not really, but it came with a few other incentives actually.
Okay.
Where, of course, I mean, when you become a Kora Award nominee, obviously your status
Even
changes.
just being nominated is
yes.
a big deal for.
And fortunately, we came with the award, and it's in the Livingstone Museum. I actually donated it to the museum because I was born in Livingstone, and I thought Livingstone deserved the award.
Great. Now you worked your back off. I must emphasize when you guys started moving past. That's when we saw the growth of Zambian music. The videos, for example, your video that we showed, James Tamanyazi, Saga. You came at a time where Zambian music had completely died off. There was obviously rumba and everything, but you went all out and promoted Zambian music. How was the experience at the time?
It was very tough, Kenwan, believe me, because the only musicians, like you rightly put it out, that were making it were rumba musicians from Congo.
Yes.
You know, they were flooding even the doors of State House. You know, Zambians were nowhere there. I remember Sakala brothers used to stand with the cassette at Society House trying to sell one cassette. And that time, Tio Records in Dollar had gone defunct. So there was really no studio. So a few people came up, the late Roger Sombe, Digital Networks, the DNI Studios, then Steve Nurenda also of Movie. They came up, started the small studios. There were nobody knew how to operate computers. I think there was one or two people, Mike Linyama and Francis Mui. Those were the only guys that could run music programs.
Okay.
And we used to record on 4 gig of space, you know, a whole album.
Wow.
It was an amazing experience. The first time I touched a computer myself was the software was in German, and I learned, you know, to operate a German computer. And that's when we started editing. Then we thought, you know, we cannot sell our music without videos. So we made ourselves producers. And
Who was shooting your videos?
Sometimes we were shooting ourselves.
Okay.
And shooting each other just within the movie studios.
Yeah.
Angel Piri did later on
did
came and joined us, and he did most of the shooting afterwards.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So with all that experience, all that work, you know, Zambian music tremendously doing well right now. When you sit back as Maiko Zulu and you sit at home and listen to the radio, you're listening to Zambian music, watching Zambian music videos, what do you make of the situation? Are you happy with how the industry has evolved? And secondly, do you feel appreciated as, you know, part of the people that did the donkey work for the industry?
Zambian music makes me proud, Kenwan. When I see a whole program like Rooftop based on Zambian music, it makes me feel so proud that we grew a seed that has germinated now. This is what we wanted to see. When you talk of appreciation, I must say I'm very humbled by the love that Zambia has shown me as a musician, as somebody who has contributed to the industry. I've stayed sometimes 2-3 years without performing. You go back on stage, and people love you the same.
Yeah,
you know? So really, we owe it to the Zambians. I think they really appreciate where we come from.
Okay. All right. Added to that, obviously, your career, you know, in your infance was doubled with your short TV lifespan. Yeah. I remember watching I think it was posted by one of the websites. I saw a clip where Danny's first interview was actually done by Maiko Zulu, St. Maiko then.
Yes,
and
yes.
they're introducing him. This is a young man with a lot of talent. His name is Danny. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Very quickly.
We quickly identified people that we thought were going to help the industry grow, and Danny was one of them. So we made sure we had just 10 minutes of ZNBC time with That Mr. Movie program, and we made sure that we brought everybody on board, all the happening young musicians, all the upcomings. We gave them that opportunity because we had come from an era where, you know, some people would even chase you off their stage, grab their mic from you. So we said we are not going to do that. We are going to help everybody, you know, get to the top.
All right. I know that you are one of the artists also that has traveled across the globe. I came to learn from you that there's a country called Lithuania.
Lithuania, yes.
Lithuania. When you were performing, a lot of white people responding to your music. How was that experience?
It was very humbling because most of the time people say when Zambians go out, they go and perform for Zambians.
True that,
you know,
exactly.
which is true in most cases. But when we went to that country, 3 million people, all white, we just met one colored person, lighter than me, the guy who was playing guitar for me. It was amazing, especially for my wife. People would stop when we were eating and just try to see if this is a real person. And I was humbled actually to be the first black person to enter the Lithuanian House of Parliament.
Okay.
You know, one of the parliamentarians there took us there, and you know, we were so humbled really. The experience was immense.
Okay, one thing I know about reggae music is obviously the content. You guys pay much attention to the content. You speak for the people, you speak for society, and a lot of issues are addressed in that gun culture. So I'm talking about politicians, you know, how greedy they can be, how protected they are. But today, Maiko seemingly stepping foot into politics. Has anything gone wrong?
Nothing has gone wrong, Kenwan. Just that, you know, sometimes when your heart bends to see change, positive change, sometimes you just want to do it yourself. You know, that's the passion that we have for this country. We've demonstrated it through the music, and you know, we thought, given a chance, we can demonstrate it elsewhere. So,
music was not enough?
Well, music...
To speak out?
Music is always enough, but you know, reggae music in a country, in a third world country, sometimes it's the hardest music to send a message across.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, it was a good experience for me. I said I was never really going to be a politician. I was always going to be an artist.
Yeah.
I think you had my pre-interviews,
yes.
and you know,
yeah.
For us it was a step in the right direction, and I'm glad that we did it. We wanted also to inspire ordinary people, you know, people who are not, you know, in a jacket and tie like yourself. Say, I mean, you can also do it. You can also take up leadership positions.
Okay, great. I must mention that obviously we are exceeding this interview is a bit longer than usual because obviously there are a lot of things to talk about. And my director, please M2 forgive me for this, I still have to go on. Let's talk about quickly your tenure as president of the Zambia Association of Musicians. How was your experience? What did you look back and say, I'm proud of this, I did this in my office, in my time?
Huge experience, and I must say that my executive was the first, and ZAM then was the first arts association to create a working strategic plan document, which was supported by the United States government. And coming from, you know, an era where everybody had lost faith in the association, we made sure, you know, we sacrificed our personal incomes and brought the association to a point where the time I was leaving Kenwan, everybody wanted to be president of ZAM.
True that. Now, obviously, our president is Njoya Tembo, Njoya T. Concerns, obviously, coming through from the members of the public, saying what's happening. Does ZAM have a constitution? What's the term of office one can be in office? Do you think it's overstayed? Guide us with what the constitution says. And do you think that Njoyati has overstayed as president for?
Kenwan, it's not a question of whether I think he has overstayed or not. He has overstayed. My young brother has overstayed.
Have you issued any advice to him?
We've always advised. I mean, the Constitution should always be a guiding document, even
what's
for
the way forward if people like you that have been the predecessor have issued an advice to him and he's not listening? What do you think is the way forward?
Well, I think the way forward is for the paying membership, to take up their role and call for an extraordinary convention.
Active in ZAP?
Well, I can't say I'm active. Of course, I have a huge passion for ZAP.
Okay.
But, it's unfortunate that in a lot of organizations, institutions, and countries sometimes, people will not want, they will want to make sure they erase everything that the previous person did.
Unfortunate.
And, which is unfortunate because, I think we had a vision for the future of the country through music.
All right.
And that strategic plan can work wonders if it's implemented.
Okay, let's quickly talk about your bad times in your career. Obviously, you were caught on the other side of the law.
The weed thing.
The weed thing.
Yes.
Yeah, Dobo.
Yes, Dobo. Everybody knew that I used the ganja as a Rastaman, and I'm one person who never hid. I think I was arrested after Frank Talk. I was on Frank Talk.
So do you think that the law actually delayed because you were out there and you're saying everyone knew, and it took a long time for the law to come, to come into effect with you? Do you think they took longer than usual? Were you surprised?
No, I think they spent over 2 years trying to nab me. They had no, it's not that people that use herb go out carelessly, and especially Rastafarians, we are some of the most law-abiding citizens. So, but obviously, when you infringe on somebody's privacy, you will find things, Kenwan. When we open all these roofs, we will find things happening now. So,
any lessons drawn from that incident? Huge
lessons, because obviously I understood that despite my predicament, the Zambians had still so much love for me, and I was humbled by the judge, the magistrate Simsamba, who handed me a sentence to go into schools and talk about drug abuse, which is a huge problem for our young people.
Okay.
And we gladly did that. He gave us to do 10 schools. I went out and did close to 100 schools.
Great. Do you still smoke?
It's a question of you need to come to Roots Cafe to find out, or spend a day with me. I think those days came on if we needed a lot of splits for us to go through this interview.
If I had to throw a challenge to you,
Yes.
to just say yes or no, do you still smoke? And you had to be very, very truthful about the whole incident. Would you pick yes or no?
What would your guess be?
What would
your guess?
Well, I don't know. I don't assume. I want to get it from you.
I'll say no.
Okay. Thank you so much, Maiko Zulu, for coming through. It's an honor. It's always an honor sharing all those details with regard to Zambian music. I wish we could go all the way, but you're still treating us to some of those performances. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary Maiko Zulu, just giving us those details with regard to his career. And he says he doesn't smoke. Well, I don't know if that's my guess. Let's move on, and this time around he just gets to interest us with one of his songs from way back, and this time around he gives us a song entitled Weedy Weedy. Enjoy.
Whenever I hear that rip vibration, just you understand when I go para punina. Mwana one sons I don't chin if I kabiri ko para commander. Here to give you all the best. Come on, Zambian people, you chill up. If I die, we're gonna see this, we're gonna hear this. Nobody but hear me, King Dandy. Vice Toto. Ken one in the building.
Willy, 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 don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Willy, 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 don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Sexy Willie, don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Willie, Willie, don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Hey, look how the people of the world, them are dying. HIV is the reason why. Throughout the world, young and old are getting sick from the STIs and the dreaded disease. Everybody got to change your attitude. AIDS don't care if you're nice or you're rude. Don't be silly, don't you risk your only life. Help the next generation survive. So Willie, 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 don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Willie, 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 don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Amake Willie, don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real. Willie, Willie, don't be silly. HIV and the AIDS is real.
All right, so beautiful performance coming through from my guest on the show today, and I'm talking about Maiko Zulu giving us that lovely piece on acoustic entitled Weedy Weedy. I think that Maiko was like a prophet because he spoke about HIV and AIDS, at the time that it was not so much, but this time around, that's the kind of message that we need. And that's what music is called. You need to have content that addresses these issues. It's not all about love, whatnot. I think we need to put a lot of content into our songs. Moving on, this is the Rooftop Throwback. Utilize your social media and buzz us up right now because we are buzzing on social media. You can make requests with regard to whatever video from way back you would like to see. And also, remember that we get to show you the aerial view of Lusaka City because I am standing on top of Lusaka City and I'm your host and I'm yours truly, Ken1. Now, a lot of things have captured my attention from Maiko Zulu's, interview. Firstly, Njoya, you're supposed to step down. You've overstayed. Advice came through. Secondly, a bit doubtful about whether he smokes or not. Yeah, but anyway, let's move on and go yet to another performance coming through from my guest on the show. I'm talking about Maiko Zulu. And this time around, he gives us a song that he released in 2002-2001, Andy Mekora nomination, and eventually got the award. And this one is entitled Gun Culture. Enjoy.
Everybody wants to be the sunshine in your life, but I would rather be the moon that shines in your darkest moments. Hi, this is Angela Nyurenda. You're watching The Rooftop with Ken1.
I wake up every night to the sound of the gun. Watching everywhere, Jaja children, them on the run. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of misery. The fight for power is the culprit in this disunity. See the politician protected by the law, and the peacekeeper keeping peace with weapons of war. It's a gun culture. Everyone is carrying a gun. What a gun culture. Everyone is carrying a gun. It's a gun culture. What a state of emergency. It's a gun culture. What a shame for the oppressors who take their people for granted. What a shame for the hypocrites who always think they can rule. This your gun culture. Everyone is carrying a gun. It's a gun culture. You have to shoot to survive. What a gun culture. Yeah, it's a gun culture.
me here, will you know me tomorrow? If I'm stepping out on stage, do you still let it go?
We are here to show the world what we can do.
Let me pretend that they're always for awesome. M is for moments, the T is for talent. We never care where you are, where you come from. Mashi, where you love a uniform.
OMT.
It's survival of the fittest in the knockout session. I remain your host, Rose. It is happening at the Coffee Talk Hall and it is open to the general public. This is a session where a candidate is randomly paired with another candidate and it is a battle. The loser gets to go home and the winner goes through to the next round. It is happening right here and the show is on. OMT. Tizambo Vela Imwe.
OMT. On. OMT.
Fume Factory, the power to become.
Gun culture on acoustic coming through from my guest on the show, and I'm talking about Maiko Zulu. Good music, and that's what good music does. It lives forever. A lot of issues being addressed in that song. All right, utilize your social media, but unfortunately we have to go. It's been an exciting episode. Thank you to my guest who came through, Maiko Zulu. Thank you for being here, and forever we shall be appreciative of the fact that you did your work, you played your part as far as Zambian music is concerned, and pushed it to the level where it is at. Thank you so much also to Fume Factory, Munyemesha, as usual. M2 if you like, I salute you. Thank you to Rex also for your hands on this show. I have to go. I've been your host. I'm yours truly, Ken One. And remember that Rooftop last Vagamba. Now, there's so many careers in this world. Here is career.
I need someone, really know what to do with this career I have. Career. I need someone, really know what to do with this career I have. Jumping career, football career, pray football career, singing career. I love it so much. I'll do this career and we will always have to stay. I need someone, really know what to do with this career I have. Jumping career, football career, pray football career, singing career. I love it so much. I put this career and we will always have to stay. I need someone, really know what to do with this career I have. Jumping career, football career, pray football career, singing career. I love it so much. I'll do this career and we will always have to stay. Jumping career, football career, pray football career, singing career. I love you so much. I believe it's study and you will always have to stay.
My young papa, can make a papa. Oh now. Yeah, yeah. My young papa, can make a papa. Oh
Mukazi wango, when up on your body, so get punch on. When I'm ready now.